Sangguniang Panlalawigan eyes creating a group to settle boundary disputes. Pangasinan congresswoman pushes for a new department for OFWs. And what do people say about P-Noy's third SONA? I'm EJ Dangla. Good evening. The Sangguniang Panlalawigan or SP is now looking into the creation of a group to settle boundary disputes with two provinces at the soonest possible time. Santa Fe and Nueva Vizcaya claims Barangay Malico and San Nicolas, while Benguet says it has jurisdiction over the northern cement plant in Barangay Labayog and four other upland areas in Sison. 6th District Board Member Alfonso Bince has said that a technical group shall be composed of the local governments of San Nicolas and Sison, their assessors, the National Mapping Resource Information Authority or NAMRIA, and the Department of Education or DepEd. It has been previously reported that NAMRIA maps will be used in settling the boundary disputes. The reason for the proposal for DepEd to become a part of the technical team is that Nueva Vizcaya built school buildings on the area of dispute. A lawmaker from Pangasinan seeks the creation of a Department of Overseas Workers or DOW. These, when realized, will replace the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA and the Philippine Overseas Employment Authority or POEA. 3rd District Representative Rosemary Arena suggests through House Bill 191 that the powers and functions of OWA and POEA be transferred to the DOW. The primary concerns of the DOW shall be the deployment and repatriation of OFWs. Other concerns shall be the preparation, integration, coordination, supervision, and control of all plans and activities of the government with regard to overseas employment. The DOW shall have a secretary and 4 undersecretaries. They will handle the International Labor Affairs Office, the Funds and Investment Management Office, the Licensing and Regulation Office, and the Employment and Welfare Office. These new measures shall also create an Overseas Workers Trust Fund. The existing fund held by OWA shall be transferred to the DOW. Once again, Filipinos had their eyes focused on their television screens and their ears to their radios to listen to the third State of the Nation Address or SONA of President Noynoy Aquino. What do people say about what he said? Find out on Louis' report.
Caught up in a majestic concern of Congress starting anew and who's wearing who on the red carpet, some might have forgotten that the State of the Nation's address is a crucial report. The practical 103-minute-long wordplay that President Benigno Aquino III delivered at the Batasang Pamansa on Monday was peppered with data and interrupted by coughing. His confident claim, things are looking up for the Philippines when he started sitting at the imposing golden chair. Amid a little bit of mush from the photo and video presentation of the fewer common people feeling the change, the speech carried figures from different sectors including agriculture, tourism, infrastructure, and the economy. After more than 3 years of accepting an urgent challenge to pilot a difficult nation, P-Noy says he has done everything possible to solve the country's problems with the comfort of the strong public support. In his speech, he listed the key initiatives taken back 2010 to guarantee a more sustainable growth, to close development disparity between regions and sectors, and to pursue tough fiscal reforms to open resources for public welfare. The president started his SONA with a histrionic recall of how, nearly 4 years ago, a group of well-meaning people, counting Chris Aquino expectedly, persuaded him to run in the 2010 presidential elections. Aside from taking pains to thanking the people, referring to them again as ang aking mga boss, he clearly avowed the administration's achievements over the past 4 years and what people will be expecting subsequently. At least 65 items have been discussed, but harping on his vow to ensure inclusive growth was a subject focus of his report. So did the president fulfill the promises he made in his State of the Nation address last year, or has he been paying no heed to alleviating the suffering that Filipinos should not have to endure? I crowdsourced feedback from our people to add to the president's report card. I am here to roam the streets of Dagupan City and as it's people while they're giving out a wrestling P-Noy at even the third, not for the brand of hits and glamour during the SONA or the number of applause he received, but for the things he has done for the country. Mr. Go is a candy and cigar vendor in one of the busiest streets in Dagupan. When asked about what he thought about P-Noy's performance, here's what he responded. Rio Ann, an education student, conversely talks about the spin on crime penalties.
Nung matapos niya po yung SONA, yung palabas ko sa video, syempre in-expect ko na bilang estudyante, matutupad niya po yung mga sinabi niya. Diba, sabi niya po lahat ng mga iwalingan niya siya is mapapatawan ng tamang parusahan.
Ninang, however, stressed a warning on the country's pressing problem on overpopulation and how it's affecting the way people live.
Gusto ko yung yung sa Manila, yung mga squatters, dapat linisin niya yun. Yun ang number one talagang problema ng bayan. Diba, tignan mo ito, every now and then, pagka high tide, nagiging ganyan yan, kaya dapat ang mayor, dapat ayusin niya itong drainage ito. Kasi dyan sa pantal na yan, anong pantal na yan, talagang kunting lang,
Here's what more P-Noy's bosses have to say amidst the reinforcing buhahas from the political scene.
As far as P-Noy SONA is concerned, medyo kulang siya, no? Because it did not focus on some important points. Unang-una dyan siguro yung problema on our external defense issue about the China and Taiwan problem. Pangalawa, hindi siya nagsabi ng concrete plans for the increases in salaries of ordinary employees. Pangatlo, how to solve the unemployment rate. And siguro, pang-apat na nakikita natin pagkukulang dyan is hindi niya nasabi kung paano yung sustainability na sinasabi ng economic development. Because yung speech niya, yung SONA niya was a litany of his achievements. So parang nakinig lang tayo, one-way conversation na nangyari. So hindi natin nakuha kung ano talaga ang concrete plans niya for the next 3 years. But of course, we do expect some of his plans and his projects will be implemented. Kasi nakita ko yung isang pagkukulang pa, how to get to the grassroots pagdating ng economic development. Siguro, from a holistic point of view, maaaring nakuha niya yung gusto niya na economic growth, which is the GDP growth by 7.8%. But the problem is, can the grassroots feel this? Yun ang hindi natin nakita. So P-Noy has to come up with some plans on how to let the grassroots feel economic development.
P-Noy,
Oo.
kasi siyang yung pamilya Pantang.
Pamilya Pantang. So beneficiary po kayo.
So ako masasabi, salamat nga na meron yan yung pamilya Pantang.
Yung SONA ni P-Noy na nakita ko lang sa glimpses sa TV, believe ako sa kanya dahil honest siya. Sana ipagpatuloy niya yung good governance niya. At saka nakita ko na may concern siya sa mga poor people. Sana ipagpatuloy niya yung daang matuwid niya, yung straight path na sinasabi niya. Sana ma-accomplish pa niya yung ibang hindi pa niya nagagawa, tulad ng madami sa atin yung underemployed, saka walang jobs. Dapat sana mag-generate pa siya ng more jobs para naman maibsan ang kahirapan ng mga Pilipino.
With the value diversity of our public's interest and concern towards that tuwid na daan or straight path P-Noy has indoctrinated throughout his presidency, we have more influence than we ought to know. But feeling the determination of one president who is faced with a very tight fiscal position, seriously wanting reforms in cutting waste, curbing corruption, and apprehending twisted government officials, what alone we could give back is believing.
How will the President unite us and bring us back together to the days of glory and chivalry? This is a challenge P-Noy and the Liberal Party will be facing in the next 3 years. And for the sake of the country, we hope they respond to this formatively. Luis de la Vega, Pangasinan Watch.
Filipino fans of the National Basketball Association cannot help but rejoice when NBA's Miami Heat superstar LeBron James has visited the country on Tuesday. Nike Philippines, as part of their Leave a Message campaign, made the visit possible. One aim of this is to inspire young Filipino athletes to strive for greatness and perhaps be like James. Fans also had a chance to leave a personal message for James through social media by visiting Nike Basketball's Facebook and Twitter accounts. The Smart Gilas team, the Philippines' bet for FIBA Asia, have played basketball with the two-time champion and four-time MVP. LeBron James is considered the king of NBA. He says he is happy about the warm welcome from his Filipino fans. A shooting incident attributed to a love triangle has killed one. Mayan Garcia reports.
A shooting incident in Bunuan, Bukid has killed a 37-year-old jeepney driver. The victim was identified as Armando Dayag, a resident of the said barangay. According to the investigation, the victim was about to go to his friend's house at around 11 p.m. when the suspect, identified as Henry Santos, shot him thrice and left him dead on the spot. The investigators are looking into the angle of love triangle that resulted in the crime. The suspect is now under the custody of PNP Dagupan and was filed cases. Mayan Garcia, Pangasinan Watch.
And that was today's latest news and information in the province of Pangasinan. I'm EJ Dangla, and this is Pangasinan Watch of Talk TV Global, broadcasting from Pangasinan to the world.